Youngest women on death row. Here are the cases of Tiffany Cole and Amelia Carr, the two youngest women to have ever been put on death row.
This video contains mature themes. Watch with discretion.
It was Tiffany Cole who was the familiar face that Carol and Reggie Sumner invited into their home in July of 2005. She and two other friends used that friendship to plan their crime, asking for a place to stay during a long trip.
Cole and her accomplices kidnapped the 61-year-old couple, bound and gagged them, and then buried them alive in a shallow grave.
What happens to the Sumners in this case is the absolute stuff of horror movies.
They stole the couple's car, credit cards, and other valuables and attempted to cover up the crime by using the victims' credit cards and pretending that they were still alive.
I didn't know what was coming, and that's all I'm going to say about that.
Cole was arrested several days after the murder and was subsequently found guilty of first-degree murder, kidnapping, and robbery. She was 23 at the time.
Judge Weatherby, I'm not asking for justice, but rather mercy.
That hearing ended in tears for Cole. She was sentenced to death in a 9-3 decision, something that's now unconstitutional.
Amelia Carr fell head over heels for a man named Joshua Fulgham. Feeling was mutual, but Joshua already had a girlfriend, Heather Strong.
Joshua married the mother of his children, Heather Strong. Although feeling betrayed, Amelia surprisingly kept in contact with them.
A month later, Joshua was incarcerated for threatening Heather with a firearm. Though Heather dropped the charges, the couple split. They still fought over the custody of their kids. At this point, Amelia was estimated to be 6 months pregnant with Joshua's child, so they had no problem getting back together.
Heather was working at a restaurant in a Petro gas station, and for some reason she left work and was at Amelia's mother's house, and was convinced or lured into a storage trailer behind Amelia's mother's house.
She did not return to work the following day.
She was a good employee. That's why when she didn't come to work, we all knew something was wrong, because she always showed up for work. She was a single mother raising two kids, always showed up for work.
Police launched an investigation after Heather was reported missing by her family. In the trailer, Amelia and Joshua duct taped Heather to a chair and forced her to sign a document that gave him custody of their two children.
Amelia wanted to break her neck and snap it over, so Josh sat on top of Heather.
You take me to Heather first. And you take me by my mom. That's a promise.
Directed by Joshua, police make their way to the scene of the murder.
Once they got a couple feet below the earth, there were some wood panels that they found buried. And once we removed these wood panels, we actually found Heather's body buried inside of a suitcase.
Joshua then confessed to the crime implicating Amelia.
We needed something from Amelia's mouth.
Police planned a sting operation.
We asked her if she was willing to help us catch Amelia by recording their conversations.
Today, you had a conversation with Josh's sister,
where she confesses her involvement.
We tried to snap her neck. That didn't work.
You did?
He didn't see any other way out, so.
Amelia claims she thought it would be quick and painless.
While in custody, Amelia gave birth to her fourth child, and the child was given up for adoption, and she was sentenced to death by method of lethal injection.
Joshua, on the other hand, got life in prison without the possibility of parole. Only in 2017 did Amelia receive the same sentence.
And when we contacted the victims' families in both these crimes, they told us they believe the death penalty is right. The women said they will go back to their books and their prayers.
Amelia and Tiffany will remain at the Lowell Correctional Institution in Florida for the rest of their days.
Do you call it death row?
No, we call it life row.
It's life row.
Because we're not dying, we're living.